We welcome into the Media Center Ryan Newman, driver of the number 39 Haas Automation Chevrolet. Ryan, talk a little bit about coming into Talladega, 7th in points, and just finishing up your first practice session.
How much do you want me to talk?
However much you want to talk.
We've started off the season way better than we have the last 2 years, and the guys have done a really good job in the shop. We've had good performances on the racetrack, and at the same time been able to put those together when the checkered flag drops. So, just really proud of the situation that we're in, and the hard work that's gone into it, obviously. But overall, coming into Talladega, just wanting to know if when the dice get rolled, if they're gonna play to our favor or not. So, overall, just riding the wave, kind of.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions. Raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you, and make sure you state your name and affiliation. We'll start right here with Jeff.
Ryan, you've obviously had some bad experiences here with crashes and stuff, and you've made no secret in the past that you don't really love this kind of racing. What kind of attitude do you have when you come here? Do you just sort of hope you can avoid the crash, or do you
Who doesn't?
Is that kind of
Who
your
doesn't
mind?
hope they can avoid the crash? I mean, I'm just like everybody else. When you're up front, it's great. When you're not, it can be miserable. And when you're the recipient of somebody else's, lack of judgment, then it's not easy to talk about it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just there's way more potential for that here than there is most other racetracks. So, I'm no different than anybody else. I'd love to win the race, but when I am the recipient of somebody's misjudgment, that's even more aggravating.
Do you kind of dread coming here because of the bad things that's happened to you?
I don't say I dread it. It's not my favorite racetrack, but I don't say I dread it. I mean, I still love what I do. Still had fun in practice. I'm good.
Questions for Ryan? Please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you.
Don Coble with Morris News Service. What do you do when you see the weather? I mean, we did this last year, if I'm not mistaken, didn't we?
Yeah.
Do you have a emergency plan on what bed to duck under and all this?
Of all the times I've watched Weather Channel with tornadoes and whatnot, they've never reported a bus lot of 43, expensive, heavy buses getting destroyed. So I'm going to stick with the odds and stay in the bus and go from there. I don't know that we're going to get the weather that they thought we were potentially going to get, but I don't think it has. I think it has potential to be pretty bad if it does get down here. So I think we're going to catch the tail end of what's coming our way, but who knows what that tail end is going to have to offer. Well, yeah, but see that. It all depends on where your bus is parked, and our buses are spread out a little bit more here than they are at most places. But I mean, we'll make it. We'll be fine.
Questions for Ryan? Please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you. Anybody else? Questions for Claire? Hold 1 second, Claire. We'll get a mic to you.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius NASCAR Radio. Talk about how you prefer it.
Why are you telling me what to talk about? Just ask a question.
The question is the communication you have in your car. How many radios and the exact way that you're going to connect onto the radio? Gloves on, 2 radios, 1, feeling as you change channels. You guys got that all set up, and how? Now talk.
You said it. Honestly, you said it. I mean, gloves are going to stay on. 2 radios. One's my primary. Another one has options. And honestly, we set up the same scenario here as we had at Daytona, and I never used it at Daytona. Not one single time did I ever use that second radio. So I think it all depends on the situations that you're in, and and how lucky you get. I mean, honestly.
So the second radio is just your backup, and then the primary just your teammate?
It's my all options radio. It has me on it, but it also has other people.
Okay, and you only flip over there if you need it.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Otherwise, I can't talk to my crew chief.
Any other questions for Ryan? All right, Marty.
Marty Smith, ESPN. Ryan, I don't know any specific time when this may have happened to you, but I presume as a competitor it has, when you feel like you gave one away. If that happens, what does it take to let it go? What has to happen in order for you to forget?
Well, first thing that came to my mind was Martinsville, but the complexity of it is the you part. You as a driver, or you as a team. For me, I thought that Martinsville was the race that we had a high potential to win, and we had a part break on the race car. So, did I screw it up? I don't think so. Did it? Was it somebody's fault? I don't think we ever put blame on anybody, but we reestablished some of our parameters of the race car so that it won't happen again. Is there times, yes, that I've given one up? Go back to Charlotte in 2001 when I was leading and crashed the car at in the middle of 3 and 4. Yeah, I felt like I gave one away there because we had a really, really fast race car. That's not to say we weren't going to blow a tire 2 laps later, catching a 1032 Bolt going into turn 1. Yeah, I have felt that.
Any other questions for Jeff? We'll get a mic to you.
Ryan, is this racing here, is this more mentally challenging with all the things you have to deal with the 2-car draft and the radio communication, putting yourself in the right position? It seems like there's a lot to deal with inside the race car. Is it more mentally difficult than other races?
It's more mentally and therefore emotionally challenging than other races. When I got out of the race car at Texas, I was a whip puppy, and I think a lot of guys were, so it was way more physically demanding than I thought it was going to be. Every race is mentally demanding, but this is, here in Daytona, pretty much top it. And there's places like the road courses where they're mentally challenging because it takes a lot of discipline on the physical part, but that discipline is on the mental part too. Like you mentally can put yourself in a physically bad position is what I'm getting at on those road courses. So, yes. I was going to just say yes, but I didn't want you to think I was being rude.
Any more questions for Ryan? Ryan, thank you very much for your time. Good luck
you.
this weekend.
Thank you.